of all kings.
Okay, good. Who's God?
Jesus.
Alright, so I just asked 3 people, for example, I look at social experiment. My brother, who's God? Alright, I'm gonna get a laugh. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna ask 4 people within the studio who's God and got 4 different answers. That's a problem. In any society, that's a problem. When you talk to the Chinese and you ask them the mother, the father, the kid, who's God? Everybody say Buddha or whatever they're dealing with. You talk to the Arabs, who's God? Allah. Don't to the dog, I tell us Allah God. You understand? We are the only people. We are the only people on the face of the earth that is divided on every level. You understand me? When you go into the book of Matthew 25, Matthew 12 and 25 says, a nation divided, a kingdom divided against itself can't stand. Can't stand. And that's our problem. That's our major problem, and we use the Bible to resolve it. The conflict between individuals, the conflict between man and woman, the conflict within a household, and that's what makes us different, and that's why men are here. Because why? You can't build men off lies. Men need things that them can comprehend and understand. You can't build a man off emotion. You understand me? For example, when you go to churches, it's a emotional type of vibe. You get me? Feel good, love Jesus, but there's no knowledge out there being taught. You understand me? And we believe that that's what makes us different from most of these other organized religions.
Let me just stop it for a minute, because there are persons on my internet, on my live, saying that they didn't get a proper introduction of who you are in the gathering of the thing.
Okay.
Alright. We were so excited.
I know. It's all good.
Skipped over that.
It's
so
all
let's
good.
go.
So alright. I am brother and elder Gaja of the Gathering of Christ Church. I'm the regional elder for the Caribbean, Europe, South Pacific, parts of Africa, and
Canada.
Yes, sorry, forgot that one.
So you're Gaja. You're elder Gaja.
Yeah, Gaja. Yes.
Yeah, elder Gaja. So you're listening to Elder Gaja from the Gathering of Christ Church. For those of you who missed it, so go on, tell me about it.
Right, so that's why and in the scope of things, I have bishops and elders with me here as well. Elder Josiah, Bishop Blaine, Bishop Yahushai, Bishop Dawada. I'm just one in the scope of things. I'm just one minute dust particle in the grand scheme of things, just trying to bring my brick. I'm nobody important. The important one is Christ. The important one is the Most High. I have to focus on that. And that's where I believe our society has gone lacking astray. You understand me? The core principles, the morals of society, the laws within the Bible, we have gone away from it. The church is out there telling us it don't matter, we don't have to keep these laws no more, and all that. And then we look at the moral decay of society, and I can go on. All right?
I want to ask a question, because you touched on a lot of things, and I liked when you said you're Bible-based. Because I grew up in church. I grew up in a Methodist church.
Okay.
And sometimes I listen to other churches and I get the feeling that I don't hear much of the Bible. Because you know, so I used to go to Sunday school, Bible quiz and them things, so we know the Bible like that. And we don't hear a lot of things coming out of the Bible. We hear something that will motivate you.
Yeah, these pastors are motivational speakers. That's what they are. That the prosperity movement has taken away everything from the core principle and the morals of the Bible. Like, you'll go to church, like for example, you probably see it making waves on social media right now. We were in Clarendon over the weekend, and there was a church there, and they must have preached for about 4 or 5 hours right there, and I have yet to hear one Bible verse being read anywhere. You understand, man? That's a problem. The Bible says, if any man speak, First Peter 4:11, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. Let him speak as what the Bible is saying. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And they're not doing it. They're doing this. These are motivational prosperity preachers out there right now, telling you about come and sow seeds and all of these things, and then you'll get blessings and money and all that. You understand me? No. Yes. And well, when I say yes, I mean I believe that they are targeting and exploiting a condition within our people, people struggling, poverty. Yeah. You understand me? Yeah. And they're exploiting it. You understand me? And I mean, people. I've said this before, and I say it without apology. The church and the state is one. The government has allowed the churches them to operate like this, to be this way. You understand me? And in turn, it's for money, it's for gain, it's for profit. And
you.
that's the problem going on with us right now.
I feel you, because when you decided to quote the Bible, it was Bible and not Babel. And so we love the fact that, I like the fact, I mean that you're coming from the Bible and not manipulating it into your own interest, to get people to follow you. And in Jamaica here, earlier last year, where we got the whole cultish kind of thing.
And I mean, check it out. That whole cult thing with what's it called, Kevin Smith from Ireland. If people just read the Bible, they know that what he's saying is garbage. There's no ark to be here. There's no flood coming here. The Bible said the Most High made a covenant with the rainbow, and he's not gonna flood the earth again. Just read your Bible. All you got to do is read your Bible.
Talk.
You understand? And this is the problem. Like I'm saying, you can manipulate the people by not going into the Bible, by giving them the philosophies of men. As a matter of fact, let's get that real quick, please, if you don't mind. Get me Mark 7:7 real quick. You understand? And then get me Isaiah 29:13. So that's two quick verses I want to read here real quick. Don't want to turn it into a sermon, but just something quick, real quick. Get me Mark 7:7.
The book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 7. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines of the commandments of men.
Teaching for doctrines of commandments of men. Nobody's teaching the laws of the Most High. They're teaching the commandments of men. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. And don't be upset with me for this example, okay?
No.
How many unions celebrate Christmas?
I do.
Right. Do you know Christmas is not in the Bible?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Do you know that the erecting of a tree, right, is Babylonian? That Jeremiah told them not to do it, and they decorate it with silver and gold and would bow down before it. So these are all. I mean, not just Christmas. Lent. Lent isn't in the Bible. Easter isn't in the Bible. When you see the word Easter in Peter's, it's a translation for Passover. So we see people, we're celebrating all of these, we're keeping all these commandments of men, all of these traditions of men, but we're not keeping the laws of the Most High. And that is a problem with what's going on in this earth right now. Hold up for me, please. Get me Hosea 4:6 and Proverbs 1:20. Don't want to turn it into a lesson, but just to bring out the point I'm making here.
That's what you're here for right now. And you know if the salt loses its saltiness.
Yeah, man, it's good for nothing.
Good for nothing. So if you come here for teach us a thing, teach us
Gonna try and get a cramp it in. I know we're short on time.
Yeah, man, but just go on through. Go on through.
But that's the problem I'm saying, my sister, that's going on right now. I believe within these religions, within these organizations, they're not teaching the Bible. They're coming up with, like I said, the philosophy, motivational speaking. Who is a greater motivation than Christ? Come on,
Amen.
Give me a break. You understand me? So so these guys coming in and this prosperity movement, and they have moved away from the mums and pops. Back in the day when I used to go to church, you know, my grandmother would insist that we went to church. It was a local community church, and the pastor would teach you things relevant to what's going on within the community. When the man would come in and they would try to bring certain negativity to it, pastor would come and teach. Pastor was able to go out and talk to the people and say, yo, no man, we can't. That was respected within the community. That's not here anymore. Because like I said, these are motivational speakers. I hear for money. TD Stakes, Jakes, excuse me. To get TD Jakes, right? To get TD Jakes to come and speak at any speaking. If you're not putting 50 grand down, minimum US, him not going.
Oh, man.
The other one, what name? Creator Flow Dollars. Creflo Dollar, excuse me. Him. If you get him to come, you have to pay.
Oh,
you understand me? You walk on the streets when you see the Mormons, excuse me, walking around here trying to convert and convert people down here into the trash that they believe. And I said it, trash that they believe. Why? Because in the Mormon religion, right, for you, a black person is a curse. What the hell? Come on, give me a break. So when I see them walking around here talking and doing these things, it really nah man.
It's irritating.
It hurt me. And that's why, like I say, you don't see men in church. In our church, we are predominantly, it's men, a lot of men there. And don't get me wrong, lots of women are in our church. You get me?
I was just about to ask that. Because I know back in the day, women were not given prominent roles in the church. And as I look around, I see a lot of men, and I was wondering, I said, suppose, you know, I'm talking to you, I'm inspired by you, and I want to join your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that I'm in a box?
What you mean? What box?
A box of, that's the woman box.
Oh no, man!
You know, the woman
Listen.
box.
Let me show you. Let me show you how much of a misconception that is.
Mm-hmm.
Every man in here is married.
Okay.
Every man in here has been away from them wife for at least a week or more.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way they could have done that without wives supporting them, understanding them, and letting them go work, letting them go do the ministry. That's what has happened with society, right? Is that society has minimized the role of a woman. That has nothing to do with us and the Bible or the church. That's what society has done. And when a woman would raise her children, right, teach her children good moral principles, and be a good wife, keep in the home, that the man can go out there and provide and make and all that. They have minimized that and demonized it. So a lot of women are looking to do that now.
But I get you, and I know people have minimized it, and so many women. I big up so many women that I know, intelligent women who have chosen to keep the house and all that. But what about a woman who wants to go out there? Is that fine?
There's nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with. I'm just addressing what you said about.
I know.
A box, and I'm saying that no, women aren't in a box. I could never be doing this without a wife who's behind me. It would never happen. You understand what I'm saying? It's an impossibility.
Talk about it.
You understand me? It's an impossibility. A lot of organization that you see within our church as leaders, because these men govern congregations, right? The organization is come and help from their wives. Without the wife, how are you going to make it? When the Most High made Adam and Eve, right? Originally, Eve had a dominion of a part of the garden. She had a responsibility to hold part of the garden. There's a balance between man and women. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that society now has demonized that and twisted it on its head. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That when a woman, like you said, choose to be a wife, a mother, and all that, she's frowned upon. Oh, she'll give her life. Oh, she'll follow back her man, or a man of him foot in her neck. Rubbish. You understand me? The Bible says, love your wife as you love yourself. I can't do this without loving my wife. Are you crazy? Nah. Sorry? As Christ loved the church. I have to love my wife. Christ laid his life down for the church. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't abuse women here. We don't. You understand me? But women know the role that they have and the strength that they have. The what you call it now? The reverse role now within society now. That's a different story. You understand what I'm saying? There's rules going on within the society that it should not be so. Like for example, I'll give you an example. Bible example. Give me 1 Corinthians 11 and 1. Alright? And I'm just saying that this is just simple examples. Alright? Are you ladies married, boyfriends? Anybody?
No. I'm not married.
You're not married? How comes?
I don't know.
Alright. Okay, alright then. So check this out. Listen.
I'm waiting for the one he checked for me.
Check this one out.
Time.
Check this one out now. Let's give me 1 Corinthians 11 and 1, please.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 1. Be ye followers of